Well, this is a brand matchup. I haven't seen this matchup in probably 6 years. Kind of interesting that our Riot employee is playing brand. And honestly, Sapphire Crystal Star means he's rushing Lost Chapter, so he's playing for wave clear. We're playing for scaling. I mean, honestly, we could have probably just gone tier start at this rate. And with First Strike, it's important that we actually disable that whenever we can, and play for Manifold Band stacks as well. When he goes up to last hit, we get a free Q, and we just keep doing that over and over. Now, the idea is that we want to bait him into Wing, and then we can kind of just walk backwards. So every 8 or 9 seconds, what we're going to do is we're going to approach a minion and just double back and see if he casts it. Because if we do get the cancel, it's pretty nice. Really big mana waste on that W. I blame the song change. Right game plus Mad is kind of an inevitability. He actually wins that trade. Like, keep in mind that he's got no combat stats because he's got Sapphire Crystal, but with Refillable, he's got pretty good gold efficiency. And with a Graves lane, I don't know if I need to be that concerned. I think I hate playing against Brand because he just ease the wave and that pisses me off whenever I first strike. Kindred ganks bottom. We assume Graves goes topside. Darius solo kill, looking quite good for us. And I love playing like Orianna because people will be like, yeah, if I had a winning team, I would have won on Orianna too. And then we all come to the conclusion that yes, you're playing a utility champion that basically relies on your teammates winning, otherwise nobody would be playing Orianna. This champion is not meant to win. Like, I swear to God, you physically cannot win with this champion in the current state of the game. So being able to allow yourself to get carried and having a positive impact on the game is something that you kind of have to understand comes with playing Orianna. We already got Crab, so I don't think there's any point in playing for it anymore. Nana, thank you for the follow. I mean, I don't think we ever fight here, it's just irrelevant. I'm surprised Graves didn't die, legit auto-flashed him. But again, it was completely irrelevant to play for that team fight, or 2v2 rather. I tried to stand in front of the Graves to body block the bullet, and then, you know, brand flash, so... Hopefully this actually crashes in the tower, because otherwise I'm kind of fucked on my wave state. Yeah, we gotta go one more wave. It's okay, we have TP and he doesn't, so... I think it would be interesting if he flashed or ghosted on me, rather. I've enjoyed Orianna since the day she was meta, and that was years ago, so it makes sense. Yeah, she's not very good right now. It's a bit of a tragedy. He pulled 3 minions. Yeah, he's just trolling. We have enough for Lost Chapter on first recall, which is actually kind of crazy. Sucks because Ori's one of the most creative and fun champs in the game. I think she's one of the most well-balanced champs, and she has a really cool design, and I hate that she's, like, underwhelming in a lot of the games I play her. Because there's no incentive to picking her. It just feels like a waste when you pick her, because it's like, okay, well, I could have picked something better. Interesting. I'm not going to allow him to walk back through lanes, so I'm going to force him to walk all the way around if possible. This is kind of just a waste his time and force him to lose out on XP and CS. And then, of course, Pyke can gank here as well. Really nice gank timer. And this is partially because we have the wave in a favorable position, and then he's walking to meet the wave instead of waiting. Because if he waits, it will always come to him based on that slow push. So he got greedy trying to look for a trade when it wasn't optimal, and we were on a roam timer. So Brand giving over a lot of CS again, just falling behind continuously for every over-aggressive play he makes. Which is nice. Orianna needed to be a little bit more calculating. That's what I like about control mages, is you kind of feel like a general of the battlefield. You're looking at the game through a different type of lens where you're thinking about everything, and every player around you is kind of like a tool to set yourself up for success. I don't know if you guys have ever watched the... Sorry, if you've ever read the manga Kingdom. I get major vibes from that. Alright, so he's probably down here at this point. I thought about buying a Dark Seal, but I changed my mind because I'm really close to Ludens at this point. I'm just going to play the Snowball. Dark Seal is really good for snowballing, but like hitting my item spike this early is just correct. Nice, well played. And I got the cannon, that's crazy. Well, once you get a kill, you kind of want to just deny CS, so force pushing mid here. Once again, forcing this wave to go under tower. Bran loses wave, next wave comes, wave stagnates on this, and then slow pushes towards me, and then we just do it over and over. Because once you burn sums on a low mobility control mage, that is what you expect to happen for the rest of the game, especially if you don't have boots. So anytime somebody runs magical footwear, and they don't have boots for the next 10 minutes of the game, so these 3 minions are grouped, whereas this is in a Congo line, it'll always AI target on the same one, and then it just slow pushes towards me forever. So if my teammate stands in a side bush and Bran tries to get vision, he dies. If Bran oversteps, he dies. And we create this scenario just by pushing the wave in, and not just auto-clicking the next wave for no reason. It happens all the time in low reload. People just right-click wave for no reason whatsoever, and they break their own wave positioning. But Bran is rotating now, so at this point we have to force push. Because if Bran rotates here and gets free, I just lose too much. Honestly, they probably 2v1 him if we're being real. They're dead 100%, I'm not rotating for this. Actually, there's no Brandle, I think he dies. And Zion gets a shutdown, so it's not even like Bran gets that much. I could have stopped Bran from roaming if I hard pushed mid, but realistically my bot lane should have just backed up after getting the first 6 kills, if we're being real. But yeah, you can control movement, like, if I don't push mid, then he's allowed to rotate for free like that. I think that's both Ghost and Flash. Her Rioters finally being forced to play their own game. Maybe. I go in debt for this, but I don't mind. And once again, Seraphs, the new Seraphs is just so incredibly good on scaling mages. We're getting an extra 60 AP from having that item. Used to get ability haste, and now you just convert mythic mana, which is 20. You convert the mana from the item itself, which is another 20. And then you convert like the 5 or 10 that you get from Manifold Band or Biscuits if you're using that. So it's like 140 AP for building Seraphs now. And you also get the Lifeline Shield, which is so fucking good. Of course, you can always just skip Seraphs if you want. If you're doing really good, you could just go Shadow Flame second. And this game, I realistically could go Shadow Flame, but I think Seraphs is just too good to go Shadow Flame. On God. So the issue is, like, when you take a look at the Seraphs itemization, like, the item itself, the components are really, really bad for doing damage, because you're spending 1200 gold on just straight resource stats, not actually AP. And then you got the recipe costs, whereas when you build Shadow Flame, you get an Amp Tome, you get a Rod, you get Hextech Alternator, you're just building damage. Wow, that actually connected, that's really nice. I'm a little bit distracted talking too much about itemization. But it's okay, I'm blocking off the roam here. This is 100% we just flash tower dive. On God, that was a fucking immaculate Kindred ult. What a play. Graves basically sacrificed himself to take me out, and he gets a shutdown for that, right? He gets 400 gold. But we take a triple, so that's pretty much 900 gold. We get Dragon off of it. all things considered, I think that's a W. Yo, he's actually just dead. That's crazy. Alright, I'll play for mid lane, or bot lane rather. It doesn't make sense to have them rotate when they can just take this first blood tower over here instead. Rod plus Seraphs feels great on Vex. Nah. You're saying that to trigger me, and I'm not going to engage with this conversation. If you're watching this video and you unironically build Rod Seraphs on Vex, I request that you stop watching me. That's like shitting on my entire legacy right there. Just kind of hoping they'd be in a bush somewhere. It's warded. Unlucky. We're gonna get some vision on Tribush to make sure we're not getting rotated on. If we land a QW, we just ult here and we find kill. Are you kidding me? Holy shit, I thought I was in. I should have let him ult. That's my bad. Rod on Vex. I'm just vomiting in my fucking mouth. It's okay. I would really like to take this tower to get some extra cash money. Only person on the map is currently Graves Kindred. Sorry, Graves Brand. Brand cannot ever walk through this. Wow, look at that money. That's crazy. Orianna does damage. When you're 7-1 at 13 minutes after an absolutely destructive wave manipulation tech. Yeah. Like, we have a fucking Archangel not even completed at 13 minutes. We're just disgustingly overpowered right now. And keep in mind, Darksteel itself is 380% gold efficient, so we're getting effectively 1300 gold from Darksteel once we get it fully stacked up. I can't even TP if I wanted to, just because it's not even 14 minutes yet. But keep in mind, if I go side lane here, it is impossible to lose because I'm playing against two low mobility champions. Graves has to walk through my ball, Brand has to walk through my ball. So, we're in a situation where it's effectively... You side split against this team comp, you just win. Now, I kind of fucked up a little bit, but that's just because pathing kept forcing me backwards. Which is why Orianna needs to change and add max range Q casting. It's disgusting. Riot refusing to make the obvious change of not fucking bricking your movement when you click over a wall is just insane to me. Forced to move, but like, I just want to cast from where I am, man. I probably thought a little bit too hard on that Garen QW. And we're gonna put our ball over the wall just to protect ourselves from a flank. Why is Vex great versus Yassuo? Because every time Yassuo dashes, you get a free passive stack. And the reason why it actually matters when you get passive stacks is because you get 25% of your fear back. And that's what people don't seem to understand. The damage is great, but getting fear resets makes it impossible for people to play aggressively. If you liked the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope to see you on my live stream, twitch.tv/Zianni. Bye-bye.